I get all DLCs. I think I just got all DLCs for Victoria. Let me check. And it was a sub goal. And Tommy sometimes actually gives sub goals back to play Victoria 2. And the way that I thought I should play this, yeah, I got most of the stuff, is that I will now get taught Victoria 2 by the one and only, who actually used to be Victoria Esports before he became my editor. Markoni was a big fucking Victoria 2 guy. And that is my boy, the legend himself, Mr. Brother Markoni. What up, boy? Booyah, booyah. What the fuck is this? Wait,
hey,
oh, I turned off the chat and not the text. I'm so fucking retarded, man. What up, man? Microphone check 1 2.
Yeah, it's good actually. It's good. This time it's not the webcam one.
Holy shit!
Okay, so
the Victoria launcher already looks very old, man.
Wait, before don't launch the game, because it's gonna blow your ears out. So okay. So first question before you start off the game: do you actually want to play with a mod, or do you not want to play with a mod? Because there's like this one mod that everyone in chat's like, oh, you need to play this one, you need to play this one, because it's called his HPM, and it basically like adds in more events and stuff like that.
I would go against, because right now it's just basic learning, and I think I heard that this game is ultra fucking.
Yes. People, chat thinks, yeah, it's your first ever third experience, right? You never played the game.
Never a second.
Okay, yeah, vanilla. Vanilla's not the best, but it's like it's fine. It's not bad at all.
I have one question for you. It's a bit of business, but check and hear this. Do you think it would make sense to make 2 Mecha campaign videos about U4? So because these YouTube plebs are waiting so long and they're complaining?
It doesn't okay. Because I did it with Hoi from International. I did like a couple of videos, and then after the first video, people just don't give a fuck anymore. You know what I mean? So and they just don't watch and then just like kills like the algorithm. And it's really weird how it works.
I sometimes feel like this EU4 must be so much content, man. So like
it's fine. It'll be like an hour video. I'll fit it in. Don't worry. You don't have to worry about that. Just make content.
The Turks are gonna be very happy. Did I just play Register? No, I didn't. So Markoni said it's gonna blow my ears out?
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna shut up and you can experience it.
That's very loud, man. HPM, stupid Tommy. I just wanna fucking learn the game. Shut the fuck up, man.
Is it really not like that?
I can hear you, man.
Alright, nice. He's getting the experience, chat. Every time you like launch the every time you launch a new mod.
What? Hello?
A lot of experience in that. You're not streaming on the laptop. You're streaming on laptop. Just so you know.
Oh, you can't see the game?
Nice.
I am legit the worst streamer.
Professional streamer.
Like, that is not even a joke anymore. It's just the truth.
Best of the best.
I always forget what camera I'm on. I need to get a third monitor, actually. Like, seriously.
Put it like on top of the other ones, Actually, not bad. Oh no, well, you don't. No, don't watch the video. It's shit. You can skip the video. Yeah.
That's Abraham Lincoln. Okay.
Yeah.
Shit about this man.
So, can you hear me now?
Camera. I thought I was finishing for the stream on. Yeah, camera.
Is it too loud? Can you hear me?
I can kind of hear you, kind of.
Okay. Do you have any country you want to play, or should I pick one for you that's the best for beginners?
I'm kind of thinking about playing USA, so I already understand a little bit when the mega campaign goes there.
Yeah. So the thing with so there's 2 countries that I think are the best for people that are bad at the game.
And before,
or like new to the game. No, Ottomans are the worst country. Okay, they're not the worst, but like they're pretty bad. Basically, the 2 best countries are, in my opinion, France and USA to learn the game. France is the best because you can do like whatever you want in the game. It's the most like open country for anything. You have a navy, you have an army, you can do colonies, you can conquer Europe. Meanwhile, USA is really weak in the early game. Also, the game's flickering for you. So I know how to fix this actually, because I play Vicky. So I think what you should do, it's flickering still, I think. Let me check. So it's not flickering when you entered it. So
because
because
wait, I think I know what this. Okay,
it's
I'm
only
restarting.
flickering and yeah. So there's actually like, if you want to fix settings a little bit better, you have to like, go into documents and stuff like that because it's like a really old game. So, but I think it's fine. So okay, yeah, USA is really shit early
How's
game,
this
right?
chat? How's this?
Not flickering anymore, I don't think.
Oh, man.
Oh my god, it loaded in so fast. Holy shit, it's on an SSD 100%.
I don't see
Holy
flickering.
fuck.
I'm watching me on stream.
No, it's good now, it's good. Okay, so you want to play USA even though it's like bad early game?
Oh, I don't know. By the way, can you check Steam, friends, if you can join my multiplayer game here? Oh wait, I have to host. One sec. Multiplayer.
Wait, wait, you want to play Vicky2 MP?
Yeah, so you can you co-op? Can you come on my nation?
He thinks you can play it on Steam. You can't play. Okay, so you can play this. Okay, so the way you host Vicky2 MP, you have to like open ports. You can't do it through Steam.
Okay. I'll do a single player then. Okay.
Yeah, you should do single player.
Okay,
I'll just like.
France.
Yeah. Okay. So can you in Discord? Can you just screen share like your game so I can do it like in the time without delay?
I don't know if I can stream double. Let me check.
I think you can, man. You have German internet. Best of the best.
Yo, chat. I'm now streaming. Wait, what?
Wait, oh, so you know how you tab out? It just becomes black screen for stream every time. You can fix that if you want.
Okay, I'm streaming for you. I have a private stream for Markoni.
Do you wanna like fix that? Do you want it to actually have like be windowed? Because the right windowed. Okay, so you have to quit out, like quit it out.
Alt 4.
Yeah, Alt F4, and then you go to Documents. It's okay. It's a 2010 game. Okay,
I had 2 games open. I didn't realize.
Oh.
Oh Jesus! And now I have no game. Oh God, it's like really buggy. One sec.
Oh yeah, now you gotta go test match. It's a 2010 game. Okay, it's a little bit. There's a reason. I think the best thing they should do.
10, man. I can't do anything.
People always like talk about Victoria 3. You gotta task manager it. Like it's.
I can't even use the task manager.
Well, hey. Mission accomplished. See you later. Nah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
But yeah, people always talk about Victoria 3. They should just make Victoria 2 remastered.
I can't do
be
anything.
actually so much better. There's no way you can't. Come on. How can you not task manager?
Look.
Control Alt Delete. It's not working?
Yeah, but look, boom, and then the task manager is behind the window of Victoria.
I
think we're fucked, man.
Wait, how? But there's no.
Jesus.
Well,
You need to put task manager on always focused. What the fuck does it even mean now?
You can't. You can Alt F4. You can Alt F4 Victoria 2. It's just that it's full screen. I think that's why. Like, can you? You know how you do the? What's the chat? What's the shortcut on the window?
Am I still online? Hello? Everybody? Dude, I pressed... Someone said press delete and enter. I just... That motherfucker made me turn off my PC. Am I still here? Hello? Motherfucker! Hello? Test.
Hello, what's up?
Some dude in chat said press delete and enter, and I did it, and it turned on my PC. Hey, at least I'm out! Dude, he actually fixed it. Okay, genius. Go to documents. Go to documents. You
yeah, dude. Okay, so you go to documents. Paradox Interactive.
Okay, one sec. Jesus.
I'll give you my settings actually, because I use like specific settings. And I've been using these settings since like 2013. These settings.
Kind of crazy. This game's from 2010. I started playing a game of 2010 yesterday. I started to play Pokemon Heart Gold yesterday, 2010.
Yeah, like I grew up with this fucking game. Like if I didn't play this game, I don't think I would ever like met you or like do any of this stuff. This game like kind of changed my. It's weird to say it. It literally changed my life. Yeah, it's kind of my way for
enter fixed it.
So,
it did.
I can just give you, if you want, I can just give you this, the settings. You just download this and just like insert it over that one, and just like replace it. That's my settings. That's what the ones I play on.
Chat, look at this.
Nah, it just makes it borderless.
Okay, I did it.
Okay, you did it. Okay, try launching now. So it just makes the game borderless and windowed, so you can actually alt tab out. Because you know when you play like 32 multiplayer, a lot of times you just alt tabbed out because everyone's going out of sync. So you have to be like alt tabbed out for like half the time. It's kind of like Wave 4 actually.
Okay, here we go. I'm in.
It's
Oh wait,
windowed,
my
right?
stream is offline for you. Wait a sec. Here we go.
Yeah.
Bum bum bum. I'm streaming for Markoni.
Is it windowed? The game now?
Yeah, it works now. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay, now you can alt tab out without anywhere. Okay, now let's see. So you want to do France or USA? We can do both. I can teach you both. Just I don't think any other countries. What's up?
Let's make France, I guess, and just as a
Yeah,
basic learning.
Okay. Dude, I don't know where to start. I'm not. Hey, this is gonna be a learning experience for me as well. I don't know how to teach it. I'm gonna be honest. Let's see it. Okay.
Sometimes I'm scared that this game is a bit bad for Grand Campaign.
Oh, it's not. If you're broken in EU4 and transfer to Victoria 2, you literally can just sit there and not do anything because this game actually, unlike other Paradox game, has peace mechanics. You know what I mean? So you don't actually have to go to war if you don't want to, but it's more fun if you go to war. Okay, so here we are. It's Victoria 2. Yeah. So let's start off. I guess how do we start off? Let me think. So basically. The game is unique because it has like, if you click on a province, click on Paris, for example. So it actually has population. Every other, you know, when you play Imperator, they actually try to have population. Well, this game actually population matters, unlike every other. So you can start off with on the top. You can see population. You can open up that if you want. Oh.
On the top.
You see it on top? It's
you mean here?
Yeah, it's here. F5. Yeah, F5.
Okay.
Open up that, yeah. Just click on it. Left click. Nice. Okay, so now, this is the population of France, right? So you have 9 million people. It's not actually 9 million people. It's like 9 million adult males, because they're the only ones who like can actually like.
Oh, whoa, sexist.
Literally, yes.
There's 10 Amazonians living here.
A colony. That's why there's 10 Amazonians. So basically. So basically, just like don't want to go too in depth, I guess, because you want to still have fun, right? If you look, you see the little icons on the top.
Yeah.
There's aristocrats, there's artisans, bureaucrats.
The different classes,
yeah, exactly.
In a way.
So basically, here's the TLDR: aristocrats are from the old times. Basically, the longer the game goes on, the less aristocrats you're gonna have. Similar to artisans, bureaucrats basically help with the administration of the country, which gives buffs. Capitalists. I mean, you know what capitalists do.
Yeah,
Clergymen make your research points and literacy go up. Clerks work in factories. Craftsmen work in clerks help in factories. You have farmers. You know how in real life, over time, we went from like everyone farming to like only like 1 or 2% of people farming.
Yeah.
It's not like that, Victoria 2, but it's like you keep losing like farmers and aristocrats to get like other pops. Anyway, so that's population. I'm not gonna overwhelm you too much with that. You see, you have regions and stuff like that. Every region has similar like. So now, okay, what's up?
For example, I have 64% farmers. Does that give me certain multipliers, different stats?
Yeah. So every pop is better at doing something else, right? So farmers are good at obviously farming, right?
Yeah.
But like if you have more craftsmen, that means there's more people working in factories, which we're gonna get to. And then the more people you have in factories, the bigger the factories get. And the more goods, industrial goods you produce. Meanwhile, farmers produce like grain, fruit, etc. Right? You have officers. France has slaves actually, but slaves are useless. They're the worst thing in the game. You never want to have slaves. As soon as you can, you want to outlaw slavery. But yeah, there's reforms as well. It's an actual nation building game, unlike like EU4 for example. Like no offense, obviously, but it's just like it's a lot more like in depth. So now we talked about literacy and research points, right? So if you see on the top again, technology, you have 58. Okay, so right. So literacy, I mean, you want to make your people really smart, right? You want to have like 90-95%, because it's obviously very useful. It makes it so research. And now research points. I know you love technocracies, right? You love technocracies. So click on technology. Click on that. Okay, so now you have technologies.
Is that the whole tree?
No, there's like army, navy, commerce, culture. You gotta click on each of them. So that's the army one, and then click on the navy one. Look, yeah, that one. Yeah. So so basically, I mean, it kind of explains itself, right? Army, you wanna it makes your army strong, but because you like technology, you like building tall, you're obviously not gonna do army first because it just doesn't make a lot of sense.
Markoni knows me, man.
Yeah. So you wanted you would the best text in the game. I want you to TLDR. I don't want to get too. I think going into too deep, is not gonna be good for you, you know. But
And as you see here, certain administrations have certain buffs. For example,
yeah,
my administration is not so good with industry, and especially very bad with navy. Minus 25% navy.
So what does that mean? If you're really good with culture tech.
What do you mean?
So you want to go culture tech, right? Yeah. Because you're really good at culture tech. So it's called avant-garde. So you wanna. So now the best, basically, I'm gonna tell you what to do. There's certain texts that are just objectively the best text in the game. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you should start off with ideological thought. Yeah.
Next,
exactly.
Nation focus +1. What is a nation focus?
Yeah, we're gonna get to that now.
Fucking
Start research.
Marx?
It's Marx, yeah. So now, okay, now you see on the population again, like we talked about. There's like a 0 out of 2. Exactly. Yeah, that's okay. So now, focus points help you convert certain population to another class. So we go back on that population tab, and now you see Normandy. There's a little like box on the Normandy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you click on it, and now you can encourage. Yeah, you can encourage the state of Normandy to do something. And now the only thing you ever want to do in this game, you don't want to care about anything else besides promotion. You see where it says promotion?
Yeah.
Promote to certain pops. And now at the beginning of the game, you either do bureaucrats or clergymen. Bureaucrats help with administration. Clergymen help with literacy. So I would do bureaucrats. See, because you want to fix your nation. You don't want to have corruption. You want to have your administration top tier.
So the population in Normandy is now more likely to switch to the bureaucrats.
Yes, 20%. You're encouraging it, basically.
Okay. I will guess. Imagine I'm a noob and I make every single state bureaucrats. I will get too many bureaucrats. I would guess.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. So now, but at the beginning of the game, it's fine. So you want to do in Britannia as well. You want to do bureaucrats. Exactly. Okay. So that's your first 2 focus points. Now the tech you're doing actually is helping you get
because I unlocked the 2 out of 2 means I can do this only 2 times. I get it.
Exactly. And now the tech you're taking is gonna give you a 3rd one. So it makes now focus points are actually completely broken in this game. They're like one of the most important things in the game. So that's why you want to get the tech, because that's probably one of the best techs in the game. There's other techs like I don't want just this for chat more so. There's medicine, ideological thought. And those are kind of like the best 2 at the beginning of the game. So that's population, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so now you want to exit out. And now let's do politics. Let's do politics. That's F4.
Jesus Christ.
So now,
god damn it.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Don't worry, it's not spreadsheet like Koi 3.
I really hope, and I think I'm right when I say this, that Victoria 3 should and will be a little bit more
of course.
Basic, I guess.
We're chilling. We said that I'm gonna play with you, so I'm just gonna help you through. I'm not gonna obviously backseat you, but if you need if you have any hurdles, I'll just be there to help you out. So there's different kinds of government, right? There's democracies. There's HMS, which means His Majesty's government. So basically,
I'm a monarch.
Yeah, you're a monarch, but that still has elections. You're kind of like UK, you know?
Yeah.
Well, you still have a lot of power. So you see where it says Orleanist. Yes. So you can, because you're a monarchy, you can still pick your own party. You can appoint a party. So now, basically, TLDR, this is how to explain it really quickly. You see how it says economic policy, laissez-faire. I said lazy because it's terrible.
Yeah.
You see? It's one of the worst. Yeah, laissez-faire. It's one of the worst things in the game. At the beginning of the game, you never want to have this early on. Liberals are really bad in this game early on. So you want to switch to either the top one and the bottom one. I would do the top one. Okay. That's the best one in the early game. Because it gives you more control of your own country, you know what I mean? You don't actually... A big part of the reason why liberals are good is because they optimize your country. Your industry is completely controlled by the AI, by the capitalists. That's good for USA, for example. If you're gonna be a democracy in a mega campaign, you would actually want to be a liberal, maybe, eventually. Yeah. So every party has its own policies. So it's very, very in-depth, as you can see. So some parties are more for, warfare. Some parties are more, anti-military.
Yeah.
Some parties are for, you controlling the economy more. And some parties are for, letting the capitalists do everything, right? Mm-hmm. So that's basically... Now you have reforms, but we're going to talk about this when you can actually do reforms. Don't want to worry about it too much right now.
It looks a bit like these reforms on the right side. They always get better. Every time you go. Exactly.
So I want you to look at the healthcare. What Americans don't have healthcare.
Here, yeah, no
Yeah,
healthcare.
exactly. So you see that little buff, population growth.
You want to always get these
It's
buffs.
it's absolutely like that's in every single multiplayer mod, for example, in Victoria 2. This is like changed because it's too broken. Population growth is one of the most like important things in the game. That's why like the other tech that I was talking about, medicine, it makes it so you have more people. So
Like, in a way, this all looks like a third world country. Everything's shit, and you slowly try to make the country more progressive and shit.
The left ones are social reforms, therefore like your people, and political reforms are more so you see how the politics. The more you see how it says vote franchising, it says wealth. You see, vote franchising, yeah. So that means like it allows the rich and the middle class to vote. There's classes in this game as well, obviously, and the higher up it is, the more authoritarian you are. The lower it is, the more democracy you are. So universal means everyone can vote. I think besides women, maybe I don't know. I don't know how it works actually. I don't know if women are actually included in that. I think it's just guys.
Probably not. Yeah.
Yeah, probably not. But okay, anyway, so that's the reforms. We're gonna stop there, right?
There's one question: how would any of this make progress? What needs to happen in the game?
Okay, so you see under population at the top, right?
Yeah.
So you see the little fire? It's called militancy. Militancy.
0.66 militancy. Yeah.
So basically, that means how likely your people are to revolt, or to get angry, or to rebel, right?
Okay.
Kind of like you know how you played EU4, how like it has 80%, like it's gonna like revolt, and then 100% revolts. It's kind of like that, but it's like a little bit more complex. There's a thing called consciousness, right? Of it, you see a little head, yeah.
What the
So
fuck
consciousness.
is that, man?
So it means like how aware people are that they're like not that well off. You know what I mean? So like,
So like Turks have like 0.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So they think Erdogan is like really good, so they will have 0, right? And meanwhile, like France is like this time, this history. I don't know how much know about this history, but they're very like because of the French Revolution, they're very like aware of like equality, how they should get more rights and stuff like that. There's a thing called Springtime of Nations later on in the game and stuff like that. It's like very, so they're very aware. That doesn't mean really. So basically consciousness. If consciousness is high, that means that militancy will get higher as well. Because the more people are aware, the more they see that stuff isn't changing, and they want to rebel about it. They want to like protest and stuff like that.
Is that like a system, aka, hey player, if you don't make your country better, the consciousness will rise and fuck you over time.
Exactly, yeah.
Kind of like a ticking time bomb that you have to fucking do something.
Yeah, you need to control your people so they don't rebel. Because if you're giving them a shit life, obviously they're gonna rebel, right? It makes sense. Okay. And obviously, in this game, population is actually real. There's actually like real people there, like chat. That's chat. Population is literally chat, and most of them are farmers, per usual. Anyways, so that's politics, and so that's how you pass the reforms.
By the way, you can only have one research at a time.
Exactly, yeah. So you use research points, and the more research points that you have, the faster you're gonna research. So it's kind of like research speed in Hoi 4. You know what I mean?
Where would I see? I hear research points.
That's how much it requires.
Intelligentista.
Yeah, that's how much it requires for the technology. And meanwhile, you get like you see how on the top it says 10.68. That's how much you get a day. So you get 10.68 research points.
The more clergymen I have, the more research points I have, the more I become a technocracy.
Yes. So you want to get.
Which country is just as a little side fact? Which is the most technocratic country in this game? Do you know?
Okay, so you open up go escape, and then you see in the bottom right there's a ledger. On the bottom right.
The legendary. Yeah. Okay.
And now you do next. Find the page where it says literacy. Yeah, there it is. And I'll click. I think Sweden. Oh, it's Hawaii. Okay, these are all shit nations. Sweden is like the only big nation that's like the highest. Sweden is like the epitome of a technocracy in Victoria 2. You get so many techs that like you like have way too many techs at the beginning of the game. So like Prussia is also high literacy, France is high literacy, United Kingdom's high literacy, Russia has really low literacy. So basically this is just to explain like the meta real quick of like Victoria 2 MP. You're not gonna play it, but just like this is how it kind of like it. So you can like compare it to Hoi 4. Russia, you can go back to the map. Russia, really strong early game, really strong, then falls off in the mid game because they have very low literacy. So they have to like in the mid game is when like technocracies really go insane when they just take over. Because if you have like 5 tech in the military over someone, you're gonna destroy their army. Like you're gonna
like EU4 in a way.
Yeah, exactly. It's even more insane.
Makes me doubt that.
Yeah. Blankus is like special, so we're not
Do
talking
you
about
have a
him.
lot of freedom in this game, aka
Yeah,
some
very
really,
much.
really good player plays, I don't know, Brazil and turns it into superpower?
Oh yeah,
That works.
yeah.
You can do that, okay.
You have a lot of freedom in single player, especially. Yeah, in single player, it's very like you can play Serbia, for example, and like you can conquer China if you're like good enough.
Okay.
Because there's like certain paths. It's kind of cheesy. You don't actually border China, but like there's certain ways you can control the AI to actually get stuff. But it's kind of cheesy. It's not like that. In multiplayer, it's not like that. If you're a big nation, you're just gonna be better than the small nations.
Okay.
Like good players can overcome odds, but you have to be really good. Okay. So anyways, yeah, that was the population and reform stuff like that. So now you can zoom in, and you can see armies. So just click on any army if you want. 27. Yeah. You see on the
it
left.
looks exactly like Hearthrine 2. That's the same design.
Yeah, so you have infantry, artillery, and stuff like that. Now you're gonna.
That reminds me very much of U4. Infantry, cav, artillery.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but it's your actual population. It's not just a number like in EU4, like manpower. It's your actual population. If you put your mouse over the soldier, on the right. Yeah, okay, never mind. It actually says that there too. French soldiers from Lille. So they're actual people in Lille. And if they die too much and there's not enough soldier population in Lille, you can't reinforce that army because they just all died in that city. There's not enough people from that city anymore. So you have to replace it with like another city or stuff like that. It's pretty cool, right? So yeah, that's the armies. If you go back on the top, there's a military thing, and we can slowly start playing the game now. So yeah, you can click on it. So yeah, you want to build an army. Okay, now you want to build artillery. You want to build like, let's say like, do like 10 artillery.
I just click random shit here?
You do it in Europe. Make sure it's in Europe.
Oh yeah, okay.
So you do 10. He's crazy with it. The movement. Look at the moves. Okay.
Okay.
That's 10. And now you want to do 2 more dragoons. They're like the red cavalry. The Karl Marx. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Dragoons. So basically, just like this is like a very quick thing with cavalry. There's 3 types of cavalry, right? You see, dragoons are good at fighting, but they're not. They're like the second best at fighting. But they give you something called reconnaissance. You see how it says reconnaissance?
Yeah.
Reconnaissance lets you move faster, and it also makes you occupy stuff faster.
Hussars then? Hussars have more reconnaissance and more speed.
Yeah. Hussars are like the cavalry that you use for scouting, not for fighting. Dragoons are like a mix of fighting and scouting, and cuirassiers are just pure fighting, right? They're just like the heavy cavalry. So like cuirassiers, like in Warhammer, for example, you have like heavy cavalry, light cavalry.
Yeah.
Light cavalry. So cuirassiers like the heavy cavalry. Hussars are like light cavalry, and then like dragoons are medium cavalry.
I have to laugh. Some dude and said, "Don't forget to add pigeon signal company."
Yeah.
Sorry.
So the good thing about like this game is that it's actually kind of like real, honestly, because cavalry. How good is cavalry in 1900s? Terrible. Cavalry is like useless. The guns are just like too good. So basically, the later the game goes on, the less you want to use cavalry for fighting, and more so you want to use them for scouting until you have like tanks and airplanes, right? So yeah. So for now, we're using dragoons because they're really good for fighting, but they also give you like enough reconnaissance. And later on, you go into hussars. The more technology you get, it's actually really, really important to get technology, so your units become better. So every technology you get, you see the little like modifiers. So your infantry gets better.
This one here?
No. Just put your mouse over the infantry, for example. Yeah. So, yeah. No, that's the regulars. The infantry. So yeah. So that number, you see the 5 attack, 5 defense. If you go go to technology again, F3. Yeah, and then you do army. And then muzzle loaded rifles. You see how it says infantry attack +1, infantry engineers +1, +1, +1.
Yeah.
So the reason why cursors are really bad, besides like really early game, is because they don't get technologies. Infantry gets technologies, dragoons get technologies, artillery is Artillery is like the best thing in the game. Obviously, makes sense. Besides, maybe in the early game. In the early game, they're too expensive. But we're still gonna do it because who cares? It's single player. So you can go back under military, and you can just like build army again, and then you can just, let's say, you just build 3 more artillery in Africa. Yeah, just click on the top. Yeah, there you go.
Am I losing money right now? Or what?
You will in the beginning of the game. So now, okay,
Where's my
now
money?
it comes, yeah, exactly, now, budget, F2. Yeah, so, okay, here you go. So,
Jesus
okay, you want to
fucking
pause?
Christ,
I'm
Alter.
pause for 1 day. I'm pause for 1 day. Until January 2nd. Okay, now pause. Okay, so you switch your parties now, so it allows you to control your economy more. So now you want to, hey, chat, say it with me. 100% tax all. Tax everyone. Tariffs, 100%. Taxes, 100%. Tax everyone. Just tax.
This?
100 taxes on the left, 100%. Just everything 100%. Tax them all. Boom.
That
Boom.
sounds not so good.
Well, we'll explain it now. Military spending, 100%. It's on the bottom. Yep. Education, 100%. Administration, 100%. And now, you see the national stockpile, the top one, right? You see that one? Drop it to 2%.
All these free?
No, the first one. Drop it to 2%.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, you can drop it to 33. Yeah.
Okay,
Or 30, whatever it is. Yeah. That's fine. And then leave the last one 100%. So, okay, so now to explain them real quick. So, obviously, taxes, you have 3 classes. You always want to tax the poor 100%. Always. Unless you're like really afraid of rebellions, but
Markoni will be a great leader one day.
Yeah, so you want to tax them 100% because what happens is they're going to get really mad. And you know how we talked about that consciousness and militancy?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to go up. But you just kill the rebellions. You just kill them if they revolt. Because you have an army, you just kill them. Meanwhile, middle class, you still want to tax them 100%. To be honest, it's not really... So chat actually, like... This is a very common misconception in Victoria 2. People often think that you shouldn't tax everyone 100% early game. You should always tax everyone 100% because money is really important in the early game. Now, what happens is when you don't tax someone, they have a bigger chance of moving up a class, right? So if you tax the poor nothing, they have a higher chance of moving up to the middle class. If you tax the middle class nothing, they have a higher chance of going up to the rich class. So that's how it works basically. So and eventually, for example, the USA, which you're gonna play democracies, you actually maybe don't want, if you have a lot of money, you maybe don't want to tax the rich too much, because then you don't, then they don't build as many factories because they're getting too taxed. But yeah, so like for now, but as France, you always want to tax 100% because you don't care about rebellions. People are gonna promote anyways. It's not a really big deal. And then we come, how to say it? We come to tariffs now, 100%. So you know what tariffs are, like IRL. It's like the tax on goods that you're importing.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you obviously have to import goods from other countries, and it's actual goods from other countries, which we're gonna get to. There's trade. So you want to keep it 100%, which makes it so your factories have to pay more money to get goods from foreign countries. That's the quickest explanation of it.
Oh,
but
I
you don't
thought
mind.
They have to pay more to give it to me. I thought.
Well, yeah, the people that are like importing goods, they have to pay you more. But it doesn't actually matter because the only reason tariffs are bad is because they actually like fuck up your industry. But you don't care about fucking up your industry because you're gonna be subsidizing your industry. You're gonna pay money to maintain your own factories. So that's why that doesn't matter. Education means more people are gonna become literate. There's more clergymen. Same with for education administration. They're both like encouraging the populace again to promote the clergymen. You see how education promotes the clergymen, administration promotes the bureaucrats. So yeah. And national stockpile, it's like an EU4. You know how like you maintain your army, you always drop it to 0 when you're at war. Yeah. You drop the first one to 0. The second one is navy. You drop it to the lowest. You mothball it basically. And the third one is construction. It's like if you're building an army, if you're building factories, stuff like that.
Construction should always be top.
100%. Yeah, you want to pay for it 100%, unless you don't have money.
It looks like it's just the truth. France makes canned food, wine, and liquor. Nothing else. That would kind of be.
No. You're buying. You're buying artillery, small arms, canned food. You know how we built the armies earlier?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're paying a lot of money for them right now. Like the construction of it. We're getting enough goods to make sure we can have an army.
Okay.
So yeah, basically that's your budget. You don't actually want to move this around too much. This is honestly fine for like 20 years in the game, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah. So now you know how I said how like you import goods, they get taxed. So now you go under trade on the top.
Oh my God.
Okay, here's more money.
Die Scheiße hier, Junge.
Okay, so don't give a fuck. You shouldn't give a fuck about this when you're new to the game. Everything's automated. You don't have to do any of this. But basically,
Oh, yeah, here's an automate button. I can just.
yeah, you're just automating everything. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, everything's automated already. Most people don't actually micro this unless you play at 1 speed in multiplayer. You don't actually micro this that much. But let's say, for example, you see the little under consumer goods. You see 6.4 in like the bottle. That's the liquor. Just put your mouse over it. 6.4, 6.4. The bottle. Yeah, there you go. Liquor. Yeah, top 5 producers. So every country can be a top 5 producer or something. You're the one, like, every country makes goods and they sell it to other countries in the world. That's basically it. Don't worry about any of it. You basically make your factories.
Let's theoretically say something is happening and I completely run out of furniture. Furniture is gone on this planet. What happens? I will get some people are get mad a bit, or like their needs are unfulfilled.
Yeah, exactly. So there's like luxury needs, for example. There's luxury clothes and luxury furniture. They're the 65 and 59.
Could you play this game? Imagine you play this game. For example, I'm always imagining when I play USA America campaign, I don't want to be such a warmonger because I'm a bit scared of Victoria too. I want to be more of a bit building up and stuff. Could I just try to be a big trader and make sure I'm like the only one in the world that has fucking wine or something?
Well, you're not gonna be the only one in the world because the world is too big. Obviously, some people are gonna make it, right? Unless you conquer everyone. But obviously, you can be the best at something. So it depends on, like, if you have iron in your country, obviously you want to make steel, and you can be the biggest producer of steel. And if steel is really expensive, if you know how like economics work, right? If there's a high demand for something and a low supply, it's gonna be really expensive.
So I'll be thinking, as America, I make a lot of oil.
Oh yeah, yep. Later on in the game, when oil is invented, or like when oil is like actually has a use. Because at the beginning of the game, obviously, oil didn't like start getting used until like cars and stuff like that. So the big thing in Victoria 2 base is that certain goods are really expensive early on. There's a good called machine parts. It's 36.5 under industrial goods. That's how much it costs.
Oh yeah.
This is the most rare good.
And I'm the top producer.
Yeah, exactly. So no one in the world besides you and the United Kingdom is making machine parts. So everyone has to buy it from you. And now the thing is, if you click on machine parts, look at that. Instead of automating, you can have a maximum stockpile. You can stockpile machine parts and make it so you don't even sell machine parts. So no one in the world can get machine parts besides you. So you can completely block out everyone in the world from getting machine parts. If you're the only one.
The UK then make a shit ton of money because they're the only provider of them?
Exactly, yeah. So it depends what you want to do. If you want to, but machine parts are needed to build factories. So if you want to build factories, you need to have machine parts, right? And factories are really important, like early on. So machine parts are really expensive, like early on. Artillery is really expensive when it's war. Obviously, like military goods are really expensive when it's like wartime, and people are building up.
I'm always a guy that I like to. When I play video games off stream, strategy games, I play very defensive, chill nation. Could I just, for example, play some? How to explain? Like I play a guy that never goes to war and only builds military goods the whole game and sells and makes mad money.
Yep, you can. Yeah. But what's up?
Let's say I don't know. That's just dreaming. I'm playing Brazil and I only care about being a big money maker. I don't go to war ever. What advantage would my big money give me? What will I do with this money?
You can exit out of this. So with money you can. Okay, so now click on a province. Click on Paris, for example. Okay, see the bottom left? You can build forts. You can build railroads. So this is what you use money for. Or you can obviously use money for a lot of stuff. Obviously, if you want to maintain an army, you need money, right? If you want to build factories, you need to have money. So money is like one of like the biggest like important resources in the game. If you don't have money, you don't have shit, you know? So you need to build naval bases, you need to build railroads, you need to build forts, you need to maintain an army, to build an army.
It looks like money investments are mostly of military nature. Forts, naval bases, and supply through railroads.
Oh no, you can just build factories. And you can expand
Is this your factories? This one here?
Yeah, exactly. So here you go.
Why are some of them grayed out? Because they're not
because you might already have... Oh, you don't have enough money for them right now. You don't have enough money. So just unpause. Let's just play the game a little bit. Why not? Unpause the game. You're going to lose a little bit of money at the beginning, but look at it now. Boom!
Hey.
So yeah. So you're just making money now. We're chilling. Every country in the world is doing their own thing. You can, if you want to just like combine all the armies.
Sips in this game. Okay.
Oh yeah. Also yeah. Pause. if you wanna, real quick. There's also diplomacy. So you can ally, let's click on Russia, if you can. Click on Russia, yeah. Okay, now try and ally them. Form alliance. Oh, they don't actually like you. Yeah. So yeah, you can increase relations with them. You see on the top right, it says -75. If you increase relations with Russia to a certain point, wait, are you sure? Oh yeah. If it's positive, the AI will want to make an alliance with you. It's like EU4. If you improve relations with someone, they might ally you. You know, the same way that the people support independence for you.
What did I just lose by clicking increase relations? Like money or anything?
You see on the top, diplomacy, the 3.
Yeah. It's like diplomatic mana in a way.
Yeah, they're not mana. They always refresh every month. Okay. It's basically a dumb mechanic, but honestly, like, shouldn't exist in my opinion. But apparently, you're like, they want to limit the amount of diplomacy you can do per month. So if you spend 9 diplomatic points, which is the max, you can't do any diplomacy besides like more than that 1 month. They're limiting you for no reason, basically. Makes no sense. But yeah. So now you have enough money, right? So you want to go back to Paris. So now you want to make a factory in Paris. So now before you make a factory, you want to actually like look at what Paris has. So you can exit out real quick. So yeah, so now you want to go in the bottom right. There's a thing called the region map mode. It's the 5th one from the left, I think. Yeah. Okay, so see the 3 provinces of Paris, Île-de-France, is Paris, Chartres, and Melun. So click on these 3 provinces and see what they produce. Grain, you see on the bottom left, next to the 9.6, left of it. 9.6. Yeah, left of it. Yeah, grain.
And you don't see that in political.
No, you see it in political. The reason you go on the regional map mode is so you can see what the provinces in the region are. Okay. So yeah, so let's click on the 3 other provinces. Actually, there's a map mode called RGO output. So that's the bottom left one. Map. Boom. There you go. So now you see those 3 provinces that we talked about: Chartres, Melun, and Paris. Yeah. They all make grain. So you want to just make something that needs grain in factories. So yeah, open up the factory thing again.
What will happen to me if I build something that's not included with grain?
Okay, so yeah,
debuffs, it's just not clever?
Yeah, exactly. You get that debuffs. But it's obviously you still want to do it. But it's just like not as efficient. So go at the bottom. And you do liquor. You see the liquor distillery?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see how it says it requires daily inputs? Okay, so make that factory. Boom. Yeah, just build it.
Workers, available workers. Okay.
Okay, so now it's under construction. And you see under construction what it does need. It needs iron, what is that? Cement and machine parts. Yeah. So yeah, that factor's another way. But now, what you asked, if I don't have something, is this gonna get a debuff? You see how the little like a chair? You see how it's red. Tropical wood.
Yeah.
Now you don't have any tropical wood. And look, hold your mouse on it. And look at the bottom. Possible bonus from have a furniture factory in Île-de-France producing tropical wood in the state. So because you have grain in the state, when the liquor factory starts up, you get a bonus from having grain in the same state the factory is in. Now, and then if you have a glass factory, which obviously liquor distilleries need, it's another bonus. So everything is, honestly, it's fine if you don't want to build, like, this is just being really efficient. If you don't want to build something, it's fine. But if you want to be maximum efficiency, esports, like you say, you want to make the same factories that give bonuses to each other. So liquor gets bonuses from glass and grain. So you build liquor and, what do you call it? In grain states. And you also build a glass factory to give a bonus to liquor distilleries.
Okay.
Obviously, for example, the glass factory is going to be really bad but you're not. Oh yeah, okay. I'm not going to min-max stuff right now because there's so much shit. It's actually like really like overwhelming. Yeah, you can like
subsidize factories.
Yeah, exactly. So you want to subsidize all of them. So this was what I was talking about earlier. The reason why you want to have low tariffs, chat, is because your factories might like close down because they can't pay the tariffs. But if you're subsidizing all your factories, why do you give a fuck? They're never going to close down anyways because you're subsidizing them. You're literally paying them money so they don't close. That's basically how it is. Even if they're like not actually making money, you're still paying them to operate. Now, to be honest with you, if you want to be like actually smart about it, you want to actually close down that chair factory. It's just like terrible. Like it's actually like such a bad factory for Ile-de-France. You need to import tropical wood, which makes it so there's tariffs on the tropical wood. It's bad. And you also need to have chairs, and you don't even have chairs. So you have to like actually like import chairs as well, or get it from like other sources. So you want to close them down. The way you close down, you see the little red button.
Shut down factory.
Shut down factory, and then you do the other X, so it's just gone.
All these people lost their job, Markoni.
Well, they did. They're gonna get the liquor jobs. Liquor jobs are gonna be. And now, liquor factories. This for chat. At the beginning of the game, when you have like 25 literacy, you want to do liquor factories in every state because liquor factories are the most needed good, and they're actually like the most profitable thing in the beginning of the game.
Are you saying the more intelligent people are, the more they're prone to depression and alcohol consume?
Exactly. That's what it is. Especially in Russia. They have a bomb. Okay, so yeah, that's.
I'm hoping and praying, and I think it's gonna be like that. That Victoria 3 is gonna be a bit more.
Oh
chill.
no,
it will be.
It's gonna be more chill. The only thing I hope with it is that I actually keep the population stuff, because like that's like the only like cool, the biggest cool thing about like Victoria is just the population thing. Because every single time a soldier like a pop dies, they're actually dead, and there's actually like you're more connected to your country. I don't know how to explain it.
I understand that. I guess they're gonna do that. That sounds great.
So yeah,
but it really shows to all the young kids in chat how fucking crazy these games were back in the day, man.
Oh, dude, so when I played Victoria 2, I actually saw it in a magazine in Serbia, like for games, and I saw a Serbia, and I instantly pirated the game. I pirated Victoria 2 instantly, and then I played it, and I cheated the entire time. The first year, I only cheated in the game because it was so hard. The game was so hard for me that I had to perma-chill or like perma-cheat to actually like play the game. And then I joined this multiplayer group, and these people are so insane. You think Koi Force people are insane? These people, there's one guy, I met him IRL as well. Like his name is like Vincinio. This guy had like so many spreadsheets of like what's the most efficient. Like it was insane. There's like so many people. Like it's
That's always interesting. I just hope that it looks like in the future Paradox will step away from that because you lose so many customers. You lose all the idiots like me.
I would never play Victoria 2 again. Like if I had to learn Victoria 2 now, like when I'm like 21, I would not want to play it because it just requires too much time to get into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when I was like, be much more open.
When I was 12, I didn't have it. I had plenty of time. You know what I mean? So I just played. Okay, now you can actually play the game if you want to. Like actually go to war. You want to see what the world is like. So, yeah.
What?
You wanna go to war?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to like justify war. Actually, you can't just declare war on whoever you want, like in Hoi 4. You have to justify it. And while we're going for war, you wanna make sure your armies are next to Prussia.
Next to Prussia? You mean here?
Yeah, just prepare your troops to war Russia or Prussia. Sorry. Just like move all your troops. You see how we have 12, 27, 27, 12.
Yeah, when you mean Prussia, you mean Maginot Line.
Yeah, Maginot Line. Yeah, move them to the Maginot Line. Sorry. Yeah. You just move them there.
Sound. That's a bit weird.
I mean, they do. You might have like turned on the sound too much. I don't know.
Okay.
Now, while we're waiting, while we're playing, you want to improve relations with Russia the entire time. Just improve relations with them.
You have to always click it again, like in Ultra 2. You have to click it again and again and again and again and again.
Yeah,
Ultra annoying, man.
Yeah. It is really annoying.
I mean, I fully understand the game now, chat. You don't? Noobs.
But honestly,
the red, like the orc of my units so low.
Oh, because you're not funding them. You know what I mean? Because we put them at 30%. Yeah. So now you get a lot of rebellions. And you see how they have like consciousness? Yeah.
Like people in France are getting more woke in a way.
Everywhere in Europe. Yeah, this is an Europe event, I think. It's like every country in Europe is getting more rebellions because people wanna, you know.
So what will I do? What if I want to give these people what they want, more liberalism? What will I do?
So around, I don't know, I can't remember now, I haven't played in a bit, but around like 3 or 4 militancy, you can actually do political reforms. if you've done the reforms again. Yeah, you can do political reforms, so the right ones. You can only do the right ones. So you would probably outlaw slavery, and then you would stop doing political reforms because you actually don't want to be a democracy in this game. It's not actually good to be a democracy because then you have to like let the AI do stuff for you, and you don't want to let the AI do stuff for you unless you want to have a chill game. You could do that if you want to make a campaign. Let the AI do stuff for you. So you do under reforms again, and then after I think like 4 or 5 militancy, you can do social reforms.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there's also decisions. It's like this is actually Hoi 4 took this from Victoria 2 decisions. So yeah. Oh yeah. Now the decision we're gonna do actually is called the left bank. If you scroll down, so if you put under the question mark.
Yeah. Under the question mark.
Well, yeah. When you have the technology that we're doing right now, ideological thought, you can actually get a casus belli, which is a justification to go to war with Prussia.
Ah.
So yeah, so you're gonna go to war with Prussia, basically.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop teaching you new mechanics from now because there's other stuff. There's like influencing and stuff like that. But I don't want to like overwhelm you. We can do that like when you're actually like playing the campaign, like slowly. But yeah, for now, just you're building troops and you want to make a rally point in Chamont. Click on Chamont. Yeah, and in the bottom left, there's a thing called the rally points. You just check that. Yeah, cool. Okay, now just let time pass and improve relations with Russia. And just keep on pausing. You're just gonna keep doing it, and then once you're at positive, you can actually ally Russia, unless they allied someone else.
Arc de Triomphe.
See, yeah, you don't have diplo points. You need to wait for next month. Next month passes, you got diplo points. Okay, now you should when you can, you should try and form an alliance with. Don't send it. You need to actually. Okay, yeah, okay.
They
just
will
send
accept.
it. Yeah. Okay, boom. You got Russia. You're never gonna lose the war now, because you got the strongest country early game.
That sounds early. That sounds easy.
Okay. Now you're done. Yeah, now you're done with diplomacy, and now
Jacobin uprising.
Oh, you don't. Hey, big thing. Don't read events unless they're like big events. Unless you like want to like have fun with them.
I'm so confused. You and me, we just built like 10 divisions, and now I have 36 here.
Yeah. Okay. So now
that's their power or some shit.
Yeah, 30. Okay, so every division, one division is 3,000 men. So, you built 12 divisions. 12 times 3 is 36. So you have 36,000 men.
Okay.
Now you want to make stacks. So very, very easy. I'm going to tell you 4-1-5. So make every stack 4-1-5. 4 infantry, 1 cavalry. Oh no. Okay. Oh, okay. now they're attritioning. Okay. So you need to be careful with that. Because every time they're attritioning, you're killing your pops.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Split in a half, create unit 4-1-5.
Yeah, 4-1-5.
It's gonna take forever, man. Jesus. God Royal 4.
That's infantry.
That's like 14 force in Hoi 4.
Nah, their guards are like infantry, but they're just better at attacking. Yeah, you get 5 artillery.
Well, that's gonna take forever, man.
It's not. But anyways, okay, that's one stack.
So many people just because I put them together for 1 second.
Okay, now you put it in Metz. Put it in Metz or wherever you want to, yeah. Just put them like on the border.
Jeez, I lost so many people.
Yes. You just said, okay, chat, you were watching the mega campaign. He lost like 50,000 manpower at EU4 because he was walking with 50k stacks when the supply limit's like 20. Yes, you're walking, man. Oh, there's newspapers too.
Oh, that's cool. Hey, that's fucking epic.
Yeah, there's a lot of. Yeah, I was. You know when you're doing roleplay for Hoi 4, yeah. I was always saying how like roleplay and like Victoria to multiplayer is like 10 times better if you actually want to roleplay. But yeah.
Man, this makes me excited for Victoria 5. 3. Sorry. Wait, 4-1-5. 4-1-5.
Yeah. So you do one more. You do.
It's gonna take forever.
No, okay, don't do cursors actually. Only do dragoons and hussars in these armies. Yeah. Do hussar. Do on the top. And then you do 5 artillery. Chat, this is the army you always want to do. 4-1-5. You don't actually want to like. You don't actually want to do any other armies. They're the best because there's combat with and there's like reconnaissance and stuff like that. I'm not gonna. You can see it, yeah, actually. So now you have 9-7-2 left. So with these, you can just split them in half. You don't actually have to organize these. Yeah, and just put them all down the border. Okay. Make sure they're not attritioning.
Why?
Because when they go over each other, because you put them in the same province. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, house rearranged.
Do the second one. Do the second one. You don't need the Casas Belli in Spain. Okay, now go back on their budget. And the top one, yeah, 100%. Boom. Okay. Now you're funding your army, and now you wanna do the next thing and go back under military, and you wanna click mobilize. Now you're mobilizing your peasants, your farmers, other people to come and fight a war. So this is you're mobilizing your. You see, they're farmers and miners. Yeah, you want to send them the cotton. Oh, you don't want to send them cotton. Fuck it. So now these mobilized troops are all infantry, but they're worse infantry because they're just peasants, you know. So you see, now they're all coming. It's kind of like in CK2 when you call banners. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what you're mobilizing your army.
So you have a professional army and these 54 peasants, or?
Yeah. So this is your population and a professional army. It's the standing army. You have.
So if you're like really good at the game, you never even click mobilize. You just use your professional army.
If you don't think you need it, but you're gonna fight Prussia, which is basically Germany, and you want to mobilize, obviously, to fight them. Now, okay, wait. Now we forgot something. You see on the right? Pause the game.
That's such a huge army. One sec. I just boom. Okay.
Pause the game. Pause the game.
See, yeah. Okay. What the fuck is the biggest army of all times?
On the right, yeah, because you have a high population. On the right, you see how like it's red, encourage bureaucrats. Now you have 100% on the bottom, yeah. So you actually have already. So the reason why I encourage bureaucrats is so you get administrative efficiency, which makes it so there's less corruption. You make more money of the state. 100%. Now you're done with that, and now if you want to, you can keep encouraging bureaucrats in other states, or like you want to do technocrats. You want to do clergymen in these states. So just click on it.
This one?
Yeah, click on it. And then in the left, you see how yeah, exactly. And then you do clergy.
But why am I switching this off? I don't understand.
Because you see how there's no need to get more bureaucrats anymore. You have enough bureaucrats.
How do you see that?
Well, it's red, and it says state administrative efficiency 100%. The reason why I encourage bureaucrats is to get administrative efficiency up. If it's 100, why would you need to encourage more?
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I just switch
to clergyman. It's the 5th one, I think. Yeah. And now you're making people more literate. You want to do the other one as well, to clergyman. And this is basically how you play the game early on. You get every single state that's high population to 100% administrative efficiency. So you encourage bureaucrats, and after that you do clergymen. Okay, now pause the game again.
And now I can make the decision to fuck them up.
Yeah. You see how it's like shining up?
What was that? That was
Another politics. It's F4.
Decisions.
Okay.
Okay.
No. You do want to do left bank? Didn't do the left bank. You did the Lambert Charter. Yeah. Boom. And now you have Casus Belli to go to war with Prussia. Oh yeah. Now you obviously click on Prussia, declare war, acquire state. That's your Casus Belli, and you want to do Prussian Rhineland. So basically, the event is the reason why I did a decision is because Napoleon owned the left bank of the Rhine River, and they want to reclaim it. France wants to reclaim it, so they basically had a decision for that. Most of the time, you just justify war. Now you just invade them. Go in them. Go in there. Yeah, just play the war now. No, it's only you can only go through one province because you're only at war with them. You need military access to the other ones. So Russia, yeah. You have a battle? Reinforce that? You want to play at 2 speed, 3 speed if you want to keep it unpaused, or you can keep pausing and then unpause.
I'm missing sound effects. There's no.
Oh really? There isn't. Pause the game.
Maybe.
Go... Yeah. Okay.
What? Why? When?
Because you did my settings and I don't have sound.
It's the Markoni settings.
Boom.
Okay.
Wait, stop. Click on the battle. Click on the battle. No, left click on it. On the yeah, there you go.
Oh, there's like artillery behind.
So there's an actual complicated like again everything's complicated about this game.
It's about rolling dice again, like in other games.
Yeah, it is. But you see the little like squares, like the blue squares. So you get every single. So you want to basically this is a teal like very short version of this. You want to have infantry in the front, artillery in the back.
Yeah.
You don't want the artillery to take damage.
The gray stuff just means empty, right?
Yeah, empty. And you see how the combat.
So this dark blue is fighting this blue. That's what's happening.
You see how wide your army is? Is because
that's really
combat width, it's plains. You're fighting plains. The combat width is huge, so all your army can attack at once. But if it's a mountain, your army's limited. So numbers don't actually matter all the time. It depends what the province is. So now just split them up, every stack into one province. Just be careful running over each other because that makes them attrition. Yeah, just play the war.
You gotta be very careful with attrition in this game. Holy crap, man. Dude, this calling the peasants things is insane. You call the peasants and you get 5 million soldiers, man.
They're really bad at fighting. They're really bad at fighting. What I do is I use...
Like, don't you think I could have won this war without calling the peasants?
Yeah, you could have, yeah. 100%. Because you have Russia. But if like you're fighting for real, you should always want to mobilize, right? If it's gonna be even war, you need to mobilize. Now the downside of mobilizing is, well, it's that, yeah, obviously like you're killing your population and they're not working in factories anymore. You want them to work in factories. So if you don't think you need the peasants, you can just demobilize under the military tab again.
Okay.
Or you can just use them. But yeah. So actually right now I think Prussia is at war with UK. United Kingdom, because they're the allies of the Dutch, so that's why Prussia is losing really hard. Oh, you can look on the right as well if chat wants to see. Russia's fighting Prussia.
Prussia is beating Russia.
Yeah, well, so Russia is gonna mobilize. Russia, you know how much Russia mobilizes? They get 100 troop. They get 300k people for mobilizing. They get your entire army just for mobilizing because they have a really high population.
Don't forget the research, Tommy.
Yeah. So you want to do culture? You actually do industry. Industry, medicine.
Okay,
yeah.
You said that's really strong, yeah.
Yeah, very, very. You get a lot more people. Just make sure to pay attention. But also pause now, and I want you to look at your military now. Look at that. 62 out of 52. It's 10 less. You know why? Because you're attritioning your army to death. Like they keep walking over each other.
Hey, the game is giving me way too many dudes, man. Jesus.
Yeah, well, you don't want to disband them. You want if you think you have too many troops, you just demobilize. And under the military tab. The military tab on the top, you just demobilize. Yeah, boom.
Yeah, that looks much fresher.
Yeah, so now you just...
though. Jesus, what are you supposed to do about that? Even occupying. Just the 4 is attritioning.
Well, because they're occupying. It's actually not high attrition. It depends what the number of attrition is. And if you put all your army at one province, what happens is that they just attrition to like 10%. Now they're attritioning 3%. It's actually not a big deal.
Where do you see that? Where do you see the free?
Click on the army. And you see the 2%.
Ah, okay. Okay, you want.
But if you had them all in one province, it's like 10% of 20. So you're losing like 10% of your army every month if you have them all. So it's like huge. And now the thing is also is that in this game you don't actually want to like do it like EU4. You know how you like it's called carpet sieging in EU4, where like you send one dude to occupy one province. You actually want to occupy with 30k stacks, because 30k stacks do it a lot faster. You see how those big armies occupied it instantly?
Yeah. But isn't the attrition then very high?
No, it's still 2%. Okay. It's always gonna be 2%. So yeah, you want to
bigger the army, the more you take stuff.
Yeah, of course, yeah. There's also a thing called supply limit. So highlight an army, and then put it over like just put your mouse over a province. You see how it says in the bottom right, supply limit.
32.
Yeah. So if you have an army,
divisions should be in one thing.
Yeah, exactly. So if you have 32, that means that you can fit 32k people. That means
where do I see the war and how it's going?
Pause the game and go on the top. There's a thing called diplomacy. Diplomacy, yeah. Show wars. Boom. French conquest of Prussian Rhineland.
Which I'm actually
You're losing war because Russia's losing all the battles in the east. Russia's getting carried away right now. Someone's saying show infamy. Okay, yeah, we can do infamy, I guess, real quick.
So you can organizing our country.
Pause the game real quick. Yeah, suffrage movement means they want to have to be able to vote. But okay, so now you have the thing. You see the 3.73 under politics on the top. 3.73. Infamy, yeah. So it says 3.73 out of 25. So every time you go to war with someone, you need to spend infamy to get stuff on them. So this is kind of like EU4 aggressive expansion. You know what I mean? It like limits your expansion, but you can still go over infamy. But the thing is, when you go over 25, it means that everyone in the world gets a justification on you to contain you, which makes you lose your entire army. So it's really bad.
That's like
all
how
of the
they
world
stop you from getting
it's
too
like you're going
crazy.
full Napoleon. Yeah, if you have a 25 infamy, you're going Napoleon. Like you literally became Napoleon. Again, look at you. Look. You're just walking through every province. Look, that army went from 27 to
That's
21.
insane. Holy crap,
Yeah.
man. So how
This
the
is
fuck
how
are
you
you
lose.
gonna go there without trouble?
Well, so you go one by one. You occupy one province by one. You actually make a supply line. Actually, just walk through it like
But
in E4.
these guys are not in battle though, right?
They are. They are.
Oh, they are. Oh,
They're allies of.
you have to make a
Yeah.
supply line. Ah.
It's like E4. Obviously, like if you're encircled, you don't have a supply line. You're just gonna take more attrition. It's kind of like that. It's not really like that. But yeah.
A
So
capiche.
yeah. Look, you're dying in the west.
Oh.
You want to unite your army. Defending is stronger depending on what time. But you'll be fine. Russia's gonna be fine. And you're winning. When you occupy these provinces, when you finish occupying these provinces, you unite your army and send like 2 stacks to kill that. Oh, yeah, there's also generals, but just let that be. Oh, watch out in the east. In the east, look. You're getting encircled. You have 2 armies coming at once, so you want to push all your armies on one side. You don't want to focus on both sides. You want to only focus on one side. Wait, don't unite them in one province. The attrition. I want to.
Fucking attrition, man. Jesus.
Yeah, so you gotta take it slow.
Yeah, I get it.
Take your time.
Like in Hoi you don't care. You just fucking.
Yeah, in Hoi is just a number. You're literally losing humans, population. You're literally losing population right now as we speak. Okay, follow him. He's going to Cologne. Follow him to Cologne. Stack wipe him. Fuck him up.
Oh, he doesn't get like a retreat.
Yep. No, that's dumbest. Oh, wait. Pause. Look on the top. Prussia is offering a peace deal. Do you want to accept? It, or do you want to add one more?
Just for the train. One sec. Good Nacht, Menschheit. Ich bin leid.
Good night,
Komm
please.
auf bald. Ich bin leid. Lisa's going to bed. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, look at that.
What? This is just the offer they made me. That's why I got these free, for example.
Yeah. So, have you ever played March of the Eagles or
No.
like any game? Or actually, no, yeah, it's different. So, the way how wars work in Victoria 2 is you have war goals. So you can't just take whatever you want in a peace deal. You can only take what you asked. So you asked for Prussian Rhineland, so you can only have Prussian Rhineland. But if you added more war goals, you can get more stuff. So you have to add war goals. You can't just like get a peace deal to 100%.
Okay.
Dude,
She's going
March
to
of
bed
the
at
Eagles is
9:24.
good.
Yeah, she has to work 6 in the morning, man.
March of the Eagles is not a bad game. Okay, it just gets boring.
I get this game for 2010. This is pretty good, man.
Yeah, that's basically the game. There's like other stuff. Like just quickly, we can go over a few stuff. You don't have to like actually like keep this in your head. So you just quickly click on 2 Sicilies. Okay, open up diplomacy. Look at it, and see the prio. It's on the bottom, kind of leftish. Prio. See the little boxes, the 3 boxes next to 2 Sicilies. Yeah. So you put 3 in those. Click it 3 times. Boom. Nice. So now you're influencing 2 Sicilies to be under your sphere. So now quit out this thing, and then there's a map mode sphere of influence on the bottom left. Yeah, exactly. You got it instantly. So you see how every country has their sphere of influence. Ottomans have Serbia, Austria has Bavaria, Prussia has these little North German minors. And if you influence, you see how you have the Pope. You have the Pope because the Pope's under the influence of the French this time. And now you're influencing 2 Sicilies, which means that they're going to be under your sphere of influence. And when something's under your sphere of influence, their goods, if you want to buy, for example, beer from 2 Sicilies, you get a priority to buy their beer. So sphere of influence are really good for economy. So if you, like you said, you want to build tall, right? You don't want to actually expand. So you want to just sit there. You want to make sure everyone's under your sphere of influence. You want to make sure your factories are going well.
Like, for example, if I'm USA, I go for Mexico and British Canada with that, or?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, and there's the last thing I forgot about this, actually. The reason why France is a really, fun country is because you can do whatever you want with it, I feel like. With USA, they're weaker early game. But France, do you want to kill Europe, or do you want to go to Africa? You see how Africa is just, empty? That means you can colonize it. But you can only colonize Africa with technologies. So in 1870, a technology gets enabled that lets you colonize Africa. So you can, for example, when you're playing the mega campaign America, you can just go to Africa and colonize all of Africa.
Okay.
But you need to get like colonies in Africa beforehand. So yeah, that's pretty much it. There's other stuff,
Okay.
but
This
you can see all the
sounds-
map ones if you want to. But yeah, that's
This
it.
sounds very, very hard for the mod developer who wants to make the mega campaign
Oh,
mod.
yeah.
'Cause he has to like do my population and shit. That sounds crazy.
Yeah. If Dragon in Space needs help with that, I know a lot of people that do Victoria 2 mods, and they can help you with that Dragon in Space. Just hit me up if you need them. And then also, I wanna do like, because some of you might want to play Victoria 2 after watching this, right? It's a complicated game, so if you need help learning, there's in the TommyKay Discord server, there's a section for Victoria 2, and they play a game every Sunday, so you can just go talk to them there. They can help you out. They've been playing the game for like a long ass time, and you can also join their games if you want to play them. But just keep in mind, these people, like, if you don't know the game, it's gonna be, kind of hard to get into multiplayer. It's Hoi 4. I think Hoi 4 is a hard game. This is probably harder than Hoi 4. So yeah, I mean, but it's very fun. Yeah. It's really fun when you get into it. Really,
I can feel that. I can feel that. Especially 2010. This must have been really fun.
Yeah. So China, China's like insanely broken in this game. They have so much population. You can click on them if you want to see.
There's like these different states in a way.
They're Chinese sub-states. It's a weird mechanic that's kind of boring, honestly. Oh yeah, India. So colonies are really good because they give you a lot of money. So India's giving a lot of money to the UK. If you think you're making a lot of money right now as France, the UK makes like 6,000 a day. Like they make so much money from India. China makes a lot of money from China, obviously. Japan makes a lot of money. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much. There's map modes if you want to look at them. There's a lot of map modes. But yeah, so a lot of them are used. Nationality, yeah, every single country. So you can look at. There's North Germans, there's South Germans. You can see that the land has Germans. Revolt risk, yeah, it's useless. Administrative, yeah.
Money on the map.
The outlier is what you can colonize when you can actually colonize stuff. Yeah, a lot of these are useless. Most of the ones you're gonna use are like. We'll talk about that some other time.
Loyalty. Okay.
That's pretty much it.
I should probably wait for Victoria 3 before mega campaign. Nah, it's good. Because I mentioned myself, when I play USA here, I will play very chill, defensive, just building up industry.
Yeah, just make sure to tell Dragon in Space that to not like make you weak, because if you're weak, you might actually get a war declared on. But yeah,
already. He made me stronger in EU focus. He knows I'm a noob, which is very clever. Because it's just about content and enjoying and not fucking look at me, I'm so
sports. So if you want to just sit there and chill, you can obviously do wars. You can always do wars. Immigration, yeah, true. Okay, look at America.
Immigration?
This is gonna
like people.
Yeah, this is gonna be really cool for you actually. Oh my god, you're gonna be so broken, Victoria. You're gonna get immigrants while you're also like the strongest country in the game. Immigrants, basically like, your population from France is moving to USA. And you see how only people that are going to USA and Brazil are from Prussia? That's because Prussia is war exhausted. Their population hates like war. They're like getting occupied, stuff like that. So they're running to the Americas.
That's fucking clever. That's actually insane.
They want to find a better life, and it's actual pop from Prussia. Like the pop from Prussia, if it's a farmer, he becomes a farmer in the U.S. and then he assimilates, becomes American. Cool. Yeah. So you're gonna have a lot of for example, when China becomes like civilized, you might have a lot of Chinese immigrants, and they're gonna have to like assimilate slowly and stuff like that. It's really cool. Yeah, okay. That's why it's really, really cool, the game. It's because the population, in my opinion. The population makes it so much like more like lively.
They're leaving me because I'm texting them. Okay.
Yeah, they're not. It's because of the militancy. Militancy is high. Consciousness is high. You were just at war, so you got some more exhaustion. If you click on Prussia, right click on Prussia, and then show wars, and then you see the 29% at the bottom. 29. No, not to the right, middle right. 29. There you go. War exhaustion. So they're really like their population is really like war exhausted. So that's why they're leaving the country.
Only 29 and already so many people are leaving.
Well, that's actually a lot. 29 is a lot. Your country, I think France. If you click yourself in the top left, you can click your flag. You can see what's yours. Oh, it's actually 0. Yeah, yeah, it's probably maybe it's partly because of taxation, but taxation is not really that big a deal. And losing 200 people doesn't actually matter. You don't really care about it as long as you're making it like positive. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, dude, I just got the biggest attack of being tired, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I like overloaded you with info, bro.
Nah, it's just the long stream. That's the
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's hard. I think it'd be really cool if someone one day they would make like a 15-minute explanation of Victoria 2, which is really hard to do because you need to like summarize a lot of information in 15 minutes. But that would be like insane. Because even like there's some people who make guides and it's like fucking like 2-hour guides. Like it's insane. So,
Dragon just said if you want to take it slow and learn, Brazil is very good.
It's good, but it's really boring. I don't know. Brazil is really back. It's like, okay, if you want to do it, if you want to check it real quick, do escape and resign.
Yep.
And I'll show you how bad Brazil is compared to France.
I remember when I was younger and played these old games, I always really liked the I never played the big majors. I always played like these small nations.
A really good miner is Sweden for this game. Sweden is really cool.
I remember one of the first, when I got Hot Ryan 2, my first strategy game ever, I always played Guatemala the whole time. I don't know why. I just played Guatemala all day.
Okay, so you see at the top now, look at your literacy. Look how low it is.
Okay, that's like really bad.
So France has 58 or whatever, you have 7. Like Brazil's, excuse me, it's a shithole in this game, okay?
Oh.
It's an shithole. Like, look at the technology, you literally half the game, you're just trying to get literacy up. Like, you're literally, like, how it is imagine like in Hoi 4, someone has like 2 infantry technologies ahead of you the entire time. They have 2 technologies in every single thing ahead of you. That's how it is playing Brazil compared to like France. You're always behind.
Can good players turn that around? And
of course, yeah. You just need time. And Japan, for example, is uncivilized, which means they don't even have technology, but their literacy is really high. Like there's
Japan doesn't have technology. Uncivilized nation.
Because they're you really should like if you have time or like want to watch videos, you should really like react to like this time period. It's probably like the most maybe because I say that because I play Victoria 2, but like it's probably the most fun like time period.
That's
like,
really the time period I don't know shit about.
It's like explosions. Like Japan went from being like samurais and like shogunate to like being like on par with like European countries in like 50 years. Yeah, that's what you do in this game. Basically.
The thing happened, right? Something happened. The last shogun got fucked.
Meiji Restoration. That's what it's called.
Meiji Restoration.
Yeah, they restored the emperor, and then like no more shoguns. That's basically it. Anyways, that's about it.
Tired. Jesus Christ.
Phasmophobia then?
2 hours 40 Phasmophobia. Big connection. It's a bit. Yeah, but why not? We have nothing else. Also, the stream started.
We can keep doing Victoria 2, but I just think it's like
2 hours
learning. I think learning it is very exhausting. I don't think you should do it when you're like tired.
We could play Phasmophobia, man. Sure. I need something to keep me awake, man. But 2 hours 20 might be. I don't know. We can do that though. Let me check Twitter if Fabian wants to join.
Wait, you talked to Fabian through Twitter? What the fuck?
I didn't find him in Discord. No, he's not.
That's how Dankus talks to Honey. That guy, man. Dude, do you see what he does? I'm kind of
Dankus is young. I kind of get it. He's young. He's successful. Money's coming in. He still hasn't texted me about the tournament money. That fucking idiot.
He's still rich, man.
Care.
Way too rich.
Yeah, who knows? If I was younger, maybe I would have simped on Twitter. Who knows? Maybe I wouldn't. I don't know.
No, it would ruin your character, no? Like
probably wouldn't do that. You should probably just maybe simp in DMs at least, where it's private.
Yeah, slide in.
Oh, 2 hours 20 Phasmophobia. I mean, let's do it.
This is my last ever 16-hour stream. I'm never doing this again. This is too tiring.
I couldn't do 24s more anymore. I'm getting really old. 24s, I can't do them anymore. It's not happening.
Well,
I didn't prepare well this time though. I played fucking Pokemon all night.
I think you could probably do 18-hour, because I think at 16, 18 hours is when you start getting tired, like a human being. That sounds like I'm an alien, but like a human gets really tired.
I have to be more quiet, Lisa. I want to sleep. What I learned about long streams, especially as an older man, is truly the ultimate meta is you need friends that talk to you. I once had this 24 hours stream, maybe remember, where I just played Fall Guys the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
I was so away because I had people like Wolf Poops. I was just talking to guys.
Ooh, I remember when Wolf Poops.
Yeah, when he
was he on stole it? Yeah, he's on stole it. Yeah, you never gotta win, right? You never gotta win.
What? What?
You,
No,
did
I
you never get a win?
I streamed 16 hours of Fall Guys and I still didn't win. Honey comes to
Maybe-
Dave's stream and asks when they want to hang out together. Maybe, dude, in a weird way, maybe this is a new form of dating, e-dating. Like, if you're a streamer and shit.
You should go for it, man.
Me? I don't think
Is she Swedish? Is she Swedish?
I don't know if she's Swedish.
No, yeah, he should go for it.
Yes, but I think this
You
is a
should
new
go
meta.
for it, man.
Maybe this is a new meta. Wolfpoops cheated? Ugh, Wolfpoops. Fucking idiot. Final opinion of Victoria 2 looks very cool, man. I'm excited for Mega Campaign. I'm just a bit too tired to show right now, man.
I think the reason why you're gonna like Vicky2 a lot is because it has a lot of like peacetime stuff, right? No, there's really no stress. You're just sitting there, 4 speed. You're making factories. You're clicking buttons. It's kind of like Stellaris, but it's like actually fun. You know?
I liked it. I like these peacetimes, man. And Hoi4, you don't really have that. You don't really have the peacetime. You have the preparation and then just kill everyone.
Yeah, Hoi4 is a war game. I think EU4 is a war game too.
Free Death Diaries. I probably should, yeah.
I mean, maybe now you can actually like have more like how to say it, more perspective with Vicky3 Diaries. Because now you actually understand like why people are so hyped up about Victoria 3. It's like this game is like there really isn't a game like this.
It really looks like it's a game that offers something different. That's
a very loyal fan base. Do you know, actually, I think it has more people than Imperator still. Victoria 2. That's how.
It's not hard, man. I think Pokemon Blue has more people than Imperator.
True.
Okay. Wait one sec. Let's make it a bit.
Did you ever think of getting VR?
One day, sure.
You should play Phasma in VR.
Fuck, I can't do that. You know I have an issue with fucking horror games. Oh, I have to download it apparently for some reason. What the fuck? I have a huge download.
Because it's an update. Yeah, I just updated it too.